All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Given, episode 5. All right.
Our boys are just being wholesome and wonderful, and it is precious, and it will continue.
Yes.
There will be no outside conflicts or influences because we don't need that right here. Dealing with backstory and past trauma and friends that are dead that may or may not have died under, well, I mean, the circumstances for their death have to be pretty crazy in general, regardless of what the thing is. Yeah, we don't need that here.
Musical wholesomeness?
Musical wholesomeness, because these characters are cinnamon rolls, and we want them to have all of the icing that they need.
Yep, beautiful, wholesome relationships?
Yeah.
Backstory and trauma?
No. It is going to be just an easy journey, and it will be beautiful, and then we will get Sato, the way he is shown in the OP, being all confident and whatnot, and
the only struggle will be their willingness to communicate their feelings to each other.
And saving up money for musical instruments.
Yes.
Because, damn it, those effect pedals can be expensive.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nope.
This super jealous girl or anything, she definitely won't start spreading rumors or doing any
bullying
shit. Or any of that shit.
No. I'll fight you.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. Okay. All right. We might have had our last wholesome episode.
No. Not true.
Yep,
no way, no how. This was a wonderfully wholesome episode.
Oh, so wholesome.
There was that, jolt at the end there, but no.
That's it. That's all it was. Yep.
That's all it was.
That's all it was. Yep.
You know, see, because it can't just be, hey, here's some information, right? It has to also be, here's some gossip and like.
And it's not motivated out of purely with the intent to inform and to keep someone, in a healthy
and this is
state.
And this is the thing that I know this happens, but at the same time, anytime I see it happening, I'm like, why? Like, do you honestly think, girl, that doing this?
No, she doesn't think.
Yeah.
No.
And
no. Don't even go there. It's a waste of time.
Yep.
This is the thing that's frustrating about when people are crushing on someone, is that they're not actually like thinking necessarily about the other person at all.
Well, even if they're not thinking about the other person, just acting in their own self-interest.
That's normal. That's literally how what motivates most anyone to do anything.
No. I'm saying, do you really think that this is something that will help your own self-interest?
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't think. That's the point.
Yep.
She's crushing on him. She's doing this because she thinks it gives her a better chance of getting with him. So no, it doesn't matter. It's frustrating, but that's the simple reality of it. It's just the way people are, and this is the thing. This is the thing here. Our boy Haruki really is crushing on Kaji.
Yep.
But we see a mature take on the whole thing in that he is not budging into this guy's life at all.
Yeah.
In fact, he's not even taking the opportunity to just kind of talk with him a little bit about this.
Yeah, like
because he's so scared silly about the idea of probably like, what if he doesn't like me? What if
Yep, and also he's in a relationship, right? Even though Kaji is actually the one that seems to be showing the most, like showing that might not be an issue for him entirely, right? Like
possibly,
like
it's a bit of a leap.
Exactly.
It's still the thing where they're best friends. There's no stuff of that. Kaji is attracted to Haruki or is desiring a relationship with him, other than that moment in the backstory where they had that intense stare. But other than that, that's maybe just a coincidence of just a little moment there. But yeah, showing that he's very comfortable going over to his house and being like, "Hey, I need to crash, buddy." It's like, yeah, totally. And then he's just like, "Oh my god,
he's so hot and he's right there, and holy shit!"
And he's chewing when he's asleep. So cute.
I want to take a picture.
I'm gonna die of overload cuteness. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
God, I love those.
I love those
so
two.
much.
They they kind of gave me the vibe from the beginning of the show of like, okay, even if there does end up being some like drama and conflict with our main two characters, because they're the main characters, so it makes sense that most of the conflict would revolve around them, right?
For sure.
Maybe these can be like the super wholesome couple that like are sort of like there to like help coach them through it or whatever, you know, like something like that. Be the parents for these two. I don't know.
I also like that we got rather quickly clarification that yes, Kaji is multi-talented, very very multi-talented.
Indeed.
Yes, he breaks everybody's hearts. He's he's
Uh-huh.
not just a one side of the aisle heartbreaker. He goes for the aisles. He goes for the balconies. He goes for the roofs, the basements,
Do you drink
the
red wine
alleyways,
or white
highways.
wine? Because up until now, I thought you just drank white wine.
Yeah.
And I also just drink white wine, but I also do drink red, and I'll try rosé, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Yeah,
examples of that being done in.
If you know what I'm referencing.
If you know what he's referencing, you know what he's referencing.
One of the best conversations about just this whole topic of like sexuality and how that can get complicated for like romance and friendships and what's what and all of that.
Right, totally.
Because one of the things that like in this type of situation, right? I'm as a straight guy, I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. But if say you like the same sex, right? Mm-hmm. Then does that potentially make things complicated when you're in a romantic relationship and you want to go hang out with your buddies that are part of the same sex late at night? Because say that might be something that like, traditionally in a straight relationship, right? If I was to go hang out with like a friend that's a girl until way late at night and I was in a relationship, that would be kind of frowned upon, right? Mm-hmm. So is there something where it's just no, this is just totally like chill and it's just you're my buddy, thanks for letting me crash here? Or is there something where if maybe the partner finds out that this is what's been happening, would they start to get jealous? Would that become a bit of a problem? Who knows? Right.
Yeah, who knows? But what I like right now is that we have a lot more understanding of Haruki's situation in that he's kind of the originator of the band. He had a band that he was in that fell apart. I love that it was very simple in that the vocalist left for another band.
And then
the whole everything dissolved.
Yep.
And in some ways I've seen that happen so often where in some ways it's literally the girl vocalist that leaves and then band just shatters.
Shit. Yeah.
I've seen that so many times. But the idea then that he actually kind of slowly but surely kind of recruited the two of them into their band here, and Uenoyama, the one who's kind of like the Kageyama, prodigy of the group right. He's the one that recruits Mafuyu. Oh, okay, gotcha. So if he's then being brought into this.
Right, now they've got a vocalist. Now they can actually play songs with lyrics.
Well, right. But this is something then that Uenoyama is leading. That's a big deal because then, you know, in some ways I almost feel like there's this hesitation on Haruki's part to, like, not make things...
not wanting to rock the boat.
Not wanting to rock the boat of their band dynamic by bringing in romance into the situation with Kaji, because that could then sunder the group. But if he doesn't
even if there wasn't another relationship involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if he doesn't have to lead everything, then that takes a bit of the load and burden off his back so that he can then potentially focus on things like romantic relationships. And I'm like, yes, dude. Kaji's somehow found a way to make this all work out. Kaji's, like...
Who knows?
Kaji's might be, like, one of the most, like, adult, like, you know, kind of mature ones of them all, in that he's like, oh, yeah, like, I was with Uenoyama's sister for a bit. Yep. Now I'm with this other guy.
Who knows? He might be into poly. Like, you know, like you might still have a shot. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. So I like the way this is going. I also love that because they're the older characters in general, we're seeing a lot more maturity. Yes. Despite the romantic, like, just kind of moments
Heart goes doki doki.
Heart goes doki doki for people of all ages. And
that is a precious thing when you have that. Yeah.
I love these moments that they've been giving to show the little bits of, like, oh my God, his profile. What the fuck? You know, like because it do be like that. Yeah.
If you're going to, you know, be in a visual medium like this where you're drawing the characters for one, right? You don't need to have, like, actors for their visual looks or anything, right? Right. Then yeah, you're probably going to end up making them very attractive, and then it makes sense for the other characters in the show to recognize it, right? Because you know, yeah, Kachi's a bit of a stud.
Oh, he is.
Like he is damn hot, right?
He's literally Reiner, but in band kind of group.
Basically, yeah. And Persona 4. All right, but
okay, gotcha.
If Uenoyama and Sato are grown up Kageyama and Hinata, Kaji is basically a grown up Persona 4 character, and it is wonderful.
Okay.
Also a drummer, but anyways, point is,
is it a direct reference or anything? Is the name similar?
The name literally has one extra letter added in the middle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So it's totally a reference then.
I think so. I don't want to assume or anything, but the look, the like everything, it's just, like, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But point is, this episode was super sweet and wholesome and wonderful. It had all of the good cinnamon roll, like fresh out of the oven cinnamon roll stuff in there.
We have also our song that
Indeed.
Needs to be written in such a way that we can then bring lyrics into this, and then take some of their older songs that were instrumentals and make them into ones that then can incorporate vocals.
Yep.
Which is cool, because then it means we can pick and choose how much vocals will be for these other songs, because they don't have to be entirely vocal lyric based, not lyric based, but like having lyrics be like throughout the song. You can have actually like 60% of a song be instrumental, and then have like a bridge or what have you, or like a verse where things slow down and then you focus more on the lyrics. But okay, all right.
Yeah.
This is a big step. They're going to have a live event in July.
Yep.
Lots of time has passed, so we're going to see them like a little bit more, competent and working together. But of course, writing music takes time.
It does. It takes time and a lot of emotional energy. And guess what just happened? We had a lot of potentially very bad emotional energy just injected into this mix. So, yeah.
We also in the backstory had our first instance of homophobic bullying, basically. So that means as well that the story is trying to prepare us a little bit that is coming. And the idea that it might not have necessarily been homophobic, but it might have been just that there was a jealousy of maybe the guy cheated on their boyfriend with Kaji, for instance. That could have been it too. It isn't necessarily something discriminatory like that. So we'll see. But the idea that the bullying side of things is potentially going to be a plot point in the school dynamic, even though I like that they set this up. The basketball players are like, well, hey, you're friends with Uenoyama. We can be friends with you too.
Yeah.
Do you want to try out and just play basketball with us? We need a couple pairs. They're not.
And apparently Sato's really good.
Apparently Sato's great. He can shoot just fine.
Yeah.
So I love
swishes from what looked like might have been 3-pointers.
Right. I love the idea that I hope this happens. This happens. But that if there comes to a point of any bullying or what have you, this little bit of relational synergy that Sato will have built with these other two guys might leave them an opportunity where they'd be like, hey, back off. Yeah. Like, literally the same kind of energy. We feel that, right?
Yep.
Now, they could go the other angle, and then it's like, oh, and then suddenly
and then Sato loses the friends that he started to make. Yeah, and that's something where again we'll have to see.
We'll have to see
what level of sadness this show wants to go with.
Okay,
right?
I will just say I've been very aware of what the OP is like hinting.
No,
at.
yeah,
it's not going to be happy at least a point.
One might say that's a given.
One might say,
but there are degrees of sadness, right?
True.
And there's a big difference between sadness that is an obstacle to overcome on the way to happiness versus, oh no, this is sadness a tragedy.
That leads to despair.
Yeah, exactly, right. Because Sato has been in the sadness that leads to despair, right? And he's been being pulled out of that, and it's been wonderful, right?
Because the guy that he dated in middle school killed himself recently.
Like, not just the idea of like, oh yeah, someone that killed himself, but the person
Someone
that you were dating,
loved,
and then people are blaming you for it.
And I'm sure
and
the other guy that they bumped
happened
to
in middle school.
Yeah, no, it happened recently.
Oh, okay, the guy killed himself recently.
They dated in middle school.
Gotcha.
The idea is that the guy that came into things earlier, Hiragi, and Shizusumi, apparently I don't remember which one came to him specifically, but those two were mentioned, and the idea, I think, is that they weren't necessarily judging him. They were like,
right.
Where have you been?
Yeah, I think it's something where they were in a band with his boyfriend.
Right.
The boyfriend kills himself. They, of course, don't blame Sato, but he disappears.
Maybe
they were very worried about him, naturally, right?
Right. And so then, now it's the thing of where they're like, we need to share our stories, man. We need to communicate here.
Exactly.
What's going on? And yet Sato has this guy's guitar.
Yep. Right.
So we have some talking to do, Sato. And I'm sorry. Like I feel so bad for this kid now because okay, so I've never dealt with this exact situation, but I have interacted with siblings of people that have killed themselves, and there is a very, very just broken, just sad, depressing state that it can leave them in of, did I enable, encourage, or do something that made this happen?
Right.
Even if it's the slightly better version of, was there anything I could have done?
Right.
That's better in some ways, because it's still not great, but it's still something where you can be like, no, like don't think like that. Don't think like that. But the other side of it is someone else comes to them and goes, you must have done something.
God, anytime it is disgusting how easy it is for people to start throwing blame around for something that
no knowledge of.
No knowledge
basis
of,
to say anything.
No basis to say anything.
Yep.
And having it be entirely not their place. And the thing is that sometimes they'll even be oblivious to what it is they're doing.
Yeah.
Like and that's I think what bugs me the most about the girl, right? Is that like any thought, like any thought about this.
Sorry.
Like,
keep going.
No, I don't.
Keep going.
THOUGTHT, not DHOT. God damn it.
Keep going. Just ignore me. I'm
Any thought about the situation, right? Would maybe, reveal that don't fucking do this, right?
Yes.
God damn it.
Exactly. So, next episode, the German Shepherds are going to be out.
That's right.
And we're going to be protecting our boys.
I know you said German Shepherds, but now I'm thinking of the one turkey scene of the but
no, because that's a rivalry competition.
Exactly.
We are guard dogs now.
I mean, I would get intimidated if I saw someone doing that and being like, back off. But, anyways, more wholesomeness, please. Like, because there was this part of me.
They can find a mix, Jacob.
They totally could. There was this part of me that was like, believing beyond hope, huffing the copium and optimism that like maybe this would actually end up being potentially a positive thing that she tells him about this, because then that can lead him to better understanding Sato.
I mean, of course it can.
Right, but
it's just not going to be fun on the journey to that.
Yeah. Because
Sato doesn't necessarily want to share this.
Well, because like what I was hoping originally is that it wouldn't be like, oh yeah, his partner killed himself, but like, oh, did you know he was in a relationship with a guy in middle school? And then Uenoyama would just be like, oh cool, thanks for telling me. That's very good to know. Like, there you go, right? I might have a chance with him, right? Like, awesome. And then she'd just be like, wait, what? And then just storm away in a huff,
Yeah, that'd be funny.
But no, it has to be more than that.
Yeah. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.